Hey everyone, NWA Prepper here. And so I'm going to answer a question, and I apologize, I don't remember who sent it to me. But it was, how do I find all, my bargain preps and things like that? And my answer, and of course I answered them directly, but one of my, it got me to thinking that what process, what things do I do to get me the stuff, the things that I consider bargain preps or wonderful prepper items without paying, out the nose for them, or for that matter, even retail stuff, even retail pricing. So the number one thing that I do is I'm always looking. Why I spin my head, I don't know. I'm always looking for uses for things. Now, I'm also I don't have a property filled with piles of stuff just because I might need it someday. So when I find something, for instance, I got a message for a gentleman who's got, he is a gentleman, but it's Cap Gun. He's been on the channel before. Cap Gun has 7 or 8 landscape timbers that he's not going to use for his project. And he's like, hey, do you want these before I just give them away to someone else? So one way I do it is people know that I'm looking for things, and they're in like-minded people, they're in the community, and they say, oh, well, I use this, perhaps somebody else might want that. And that by far is the easiest, because people help you when they know you're looking. Since I'm always looking for uses for things, when I see something, even at the store or Lowe's or wherever I'm at, I try to notice the retail price, what it costs, and so I file that stuff in my head a little bit, or I use my phone to Google it. So another way is I go to resale shops, or I guess I'm trying to think of the proper name for them, like variety stores. A truck wrecks and they take some of the stuff there, or they overbuy and they sell it at bulk. So I go to those places a lot. Those places I use the internet, or I search for what things cost a lot. I tend to try to think in themes, gardening theme or canning theme or first aid, security. I try to think in themes so that my mind is kind of set for that. Sometimes that crosses over. I spend a day a month, usually with my friends, or my kiddos. I love it when my kids go with me. And there's a kind of a circle of places that we go that I found things in the past, and so that's where we go. Dollar Tree, the variety stores, pawn shops, flea markets, and then clearance sections of box stores. So that's when I go out looking for things. Now also, I spend a couple minutes a day and I look through Facebook Marketplace. Now I sell things on Facebook Marketplace and I buy things off of there. And some of my greatest scores in my heart were things that I got off of Marketplace. Military litters was my last thing that I was super excited about. And then before that, it was a trauma bag for $10 that's normally like a $150 bag. That it's wonderful. It's just like we used at work, and I got it for $10. Let's see. I've got lots of gun parts and pieces off of Facebook Marketplace or Facebook groups. I don't do Craigslist very much, but occasionally I'll peek through there, but usually not. But the key to all that is I just keep my eyes open. Today I'm not doing any of that. Well, I mean, I kind of am. I'm going to pick up landscape timbers from Capgun. And they're not even for me. I'm taking them to Bobo's house because he mentioned he wanted landscape timbers to build an above ground herb garden. Well, he's at a situation, he's with his family this weekend that he can't break away to go get them. And so when Capgun offered them to me, I knew, number one, I can always find a reason to build another raised bed of some sort. But I knew that Bobo was looking for that. And so when I saw him, I'm like, oh, that's wonderful. Thank you. I'm coming to get him. And I'm going to go drop him off at Bobo's house. And that saves him money so that he can do more. He can, instead of spending that money on those things. Yeah, I'm going a couple towns away to pick him up, but I'm picking him up from somebody that I care about. I love him. He's one of my best friends. And to dropping him off to my best friend. I mean, it's bestie to bestie. And I could have connected them together and they would have made a way to pick it up. But it just so happened that I had time. And while I'm out here, I may stop at a place or two along the way to pick up or look around and see what's there. But those are the things. And I say it all the time to keep your eyes open. But I also, if you don't plan on using something, don't just buy it to have it. You know, with few exceptions, I guess. But I'm not going to go buy 50 railroad ties if I have no use for them, just because I think, oh, someday I may do this. I can't work that way. If I buy, like if I was going to get these railroad ties, it would be, I'm going to do something with them today or tomorrow or the next day. You know, within the next few days, they will be already doing what I thought them to do. Otherwise, I'll pass on it, or I'll try to find somebody else who uses it to help them. Because I don't just want to stack stuff around just to have it. With the exception of medical supplies and food, I don't just collect things to collect things. I guess there's always some exceptions. But anyway, keep your eyes open. You'll find the cool things too. And then there's things I enjoy. I'm a rock hound, so I like gem specimens, and there's a rock store right there that I think I may go to. Anyway, thanks guys. Just keep your eyes open, keep your mind right, and put prayer into it before you do anything crazy. Let's get ready.